Hey guys, welcome you all to our favorite YouTube channel, The Happy Time. And today I am here with the poem The Road Not Taken, which is written by the poet Robert Frost. And this poem is from the NCERT Class 9 textbook. And this video is also available in Hindi language, and I have provided the link in description box. So if you want to watch Hindi video, you can watch it. This poem is about the poet. He has written this poem about taking choices. In this poem, the poet is walking in a forest, and there two roads are diverging, and he is very confused to that which road he should take. And after some time, he tries to compare them both. Now, first, let's see about the poet. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in the United States. He was born on 26 March 1874 and he died on 29 January 1963. He was awarded with many awards like American Academy of Arts and Letters Gold Medal for Poetry and much more. So let's start our poem. So in this poem, as I told you before, that the poet was moving from a forest, and he says that it was a yellow wood, and that also tell us that it was the autumn season. That in autumn season, the leaves of the trees become yellow. And he is trying to compare the both of the roads, and he don't know that where that road would lead him, and he also know that how way lead to another. So let's start with our poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So in the first para, the poet is telling us that he was walking in a forest, in a yellow wood, and there two roads were diverging. And as we know, a person cannot travel both of the road at a single time. So he was very confused that what should he do, because he was new to that place and he was not knowing that which road will led him to where. And then he started looking far as possible, because he thought that he can look at where these roads are going. And so he was looking down, because the roads were bending in the undergrowth. And he was very confused which one he should take, this one or this one. Then in the next para he says, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. So now the poet has compared the both of the paths. The first path was worn out. Many people have used that road. And the other one was grassy. It was wanted wear. Wanted wear means it was not used that much. So he was a person who would like to explore new paths in his life. He didn't like to follow the crowd. That where all the people were going, he didn't want to follow that path. So he thought, let's go with the path which is grassy, and I will explore this path. I want to choose a challenging path. And he decided to go with it. Then he started traveling on the grassy path. And after some time, he saw that the grassy path was also worn out. Means the grassy path was also used by many people. And now he was just blank out. Now what to do? This road is also worn out. I chose this road because I thought that many people have not used this, but this is also seem like the first one. And one thing I would like to tell you all that the poet of this poem has warned all his readers that this poem is very tricky. You will not be able to know that what the poet wants to say. And then in the next para he says, and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how ways lead on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. Now, when the poet is knowing that this road is also worn out, so he's just remembering that that morning, both the roads were equal, and there was no step trodden black. And he chose the second road, and he is knowing that how way leads on to way. Means this means that if he had chosen a way, and after some time, if it diverges and then again diverges, so he is going to travel all that paths and he is going to reach some other place only, and then he cannot come back to his initial point and again start traveling. So he is doubting that I cannot come back to this point. Now I cannot go back and again choose the first one because he has traveled too much in this road. And in the last para, he says, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere edges and edges hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference. So now the poet is remembering the scene after many years, that before so many years two roads were diverging, means I was having two choices, and that time I took the path which was less traveled, which was less explored, and he's saying that that path has made all the difference in my life, that that decision has changed my life. And now here also the poet has used a word, sigh. This word sigh means it is having two meanings. I will give an example. First, sigh, which is of disappointment. For example, I am telling this with a sigh that till the last moment my work was not complete. So here the person is sad and disappointed. And the other sigh, which is of happiness, like I am telling this with a sigh that finally my work is finished, or finally I submitted my work. So here the poet has again used a word which has made the poem more tricky. So now the poet knew that if he has taken a decision, then he cannot change it. And after so many years, the poet is not regretting his decision because he has chosen a challenging path in his life. He wants to explore more. It doesn't matter about the failure or success in his life. He just wants to explore more. He wants to learn more in his life. He wants to take experience. And that's why he is not disappointed or regretting his decision. He is accepting his decision. And now, the poem is giving us a moral that in our life also, many times we need to take decisions. So, how we should take decisions? If I will give an example like of a student. So, if a student has two choices of going in a science stream or art stream, so it is not like that he will just make a toss, and if head comes he will go with science, and if tail comes he will have arts. So no, that's not a right way. You should take our decisions wisely, because our decisions can change our life. While taking decisions, we should see the opportunities in future. If a student want to take a decision, so he should see the job opportunities in future he will be getting, his strengths in his subject or the weaknesses, his advantages and disadvantages. And the most important thing, satisfaction, that if he is satisfied in his decision, because it should not happen like, okay, you are getting a lot of wealth but you are not satisfied in that, so then your all wealth will be equal to just zero. You should also see your satisfaction. A person should also see the scope for his decision. We should take our decisions wisely. And in this poem, the poet somewhere wants to tell us this thing only, that he says that way leads on to another way. And he means if we take a decision and we go with that, then again maybe we get some choices, then again we have to take decisions, and this keeps on going. And in our life, we always have a destination where we always try to reach by doing hard work. So the poet is just telling us that don't matter about the failure. Let it be. If you fail, so it is just about failing, but you will get experience. So you need to explore. You should explore. And if once you get success, and if you reach your destination, then you don't so what you have in your life for which you will be trying and doing hard work, you have just achieved everything in your life. So he's saying your life is like a journey, so enjoy it. Explore more paths in your life. Don't go with the crowd, don't follow the crowd. That if it should not be like that all the children of your class are going with the same stream, so you will also follow it. No, it's not like that. The subject in which you are interested or you want to explore, you can go with that. Failure doesn't matter in our life. So now let's get with the rhyming scheme of the poem. So here I have taken a paragraph of our poem, and the rhyming scheme is A B A A B, and I will also tell that how it is. So we know that the rhyming words are at the end of the lines, like here are would, both, stood, could, undergrowth. So here the last word is wood, and so we named it A. Then the next one is both. So both is not the rhyming of wood, so we named it B. Then the third one is stood. Stood is rhyming of wood, so we marked it A. Then the fourth one is could. Could is also rhyming of wood and stood, so we will mark it A. And the fourth one is undergrowth. So here the word growth is rhyming of both, so we will mark it B. And you can see that we came to our rhyming scheme, which is A B A A B. Now let's go to anaphora. So here I have chosen a paragraph from our poem, and in this you can see that these three lines are continuously having the first word and. So this is anaphora. and let's see the alliteration. So I have choose some examples from the poem. You can also find out from the poem if you wish so. So I have taken wanted wear. So here the sound of w, the sound of w is repeated. Wanted wear. And the next is a first for. The sound of f is repeated here. So this is alliteration. Now let's go to enjambment. So you know what is enjambments? The sentence is continuing to the next line without having any comma, full stop or question mark or any other mark. You can see here also, here also, here also. In this poem there are many enjambments. I have just taken an example. Then repetitions. The word edges is repeated 2 times. And that's the end to our poem, and I would just like to request all of you that in your life take decisions wisely, because your decision can change your whole life and your life is dependent on your decisions. So don't take your decisions lightly, take them wisely. And if you need help, so ask your elders or the people who have experience in that, and also listen to your own heart that what you want to do, and don't matter about the failure. Take your decisions wisely and see your satisfaction in your decisions. So at last I will just say that if you like this poem, so please like, and have you felt that this video is, so please comment, share with your friends and subscribe the channel. And if you want me to make a special video on just figure of speech, so please tell me in the comment box, so I will make a special video on it. And just thank you.